Welcome back, family. Mangituru Mzadi,
Mangitiru Adam.
and this is PVTV. Today, we're going to talk about visiting our land in Pidon. So, if you have been following us, then you know this already. But back in February 2023, for Black History Month, we traveled to Gambia, Africa to purchase land that we plan to eventually move onto and live here in Gambia.
Yes, please follow our Patreon for exclusive content
Yes.
on our process, everything we're going to develop on the land and things of that nature. And make sure you please like, comment, and subscribe as well.
Right. Because on there we'll show you more in depth, so you can kind of follow along with us as we're walking on the land, and as we're building, that's where we're going to post most of our information.
Yeah, photos, videos, live streams. There's gonna be a lot of stuff on there.
Yep. And it's mainly to protect ourselves, because we don't want to just give away that kind of information and people start to get weird and start stalking you.
We got a lot of stuff, inventions, all types of stuff that's going to be on the Patreon, because we don't want it to be, like she said, our intellectual property is all we have.
Yeah. So check our Patreon out if you want to see more of the snippets that you will see in this video. Mm-hmm. But basically, we went to the land, and we went with one of our architects so that he could test the soil, because he's drawing up new plans. I made plans for us, but I'm not an architect.
They look good.
I'll show you those plans here. Basically, he's going to take the designs that I created and the idea that we created, and he's going to turn that into real architectural work, real architectural drawings, give us all the material lists and pricing that we need and stuff. So we just went out to the land, and we went, and they were
clearing,
still excavating the land. And on the Patreon you'll get to see like them actually moving it and stuff, and they let me get right in front of it and filming, so that was pretty awesome.
And if you want to see kind of a little bit gist of what we kind of saw this last time, you can go to our original video we have of when we purchased the land.
Yeah.
But it shows a little tiny bit, but on our Patreon you can see comprehensively everything that we're doing from beginning to end, working through it.
Yeah.
But this time going to the land, every time going to the land is like a woosah, like a amazing, a spiritual moment, because owning your own land is a whole nother level. You can live in an apartment, you can buy a house, you can have your first brick and mortar shop, office, or whatnot. But owning your own land that you step your 2 feet on is a whole different level. As we know, land is power. The value of land only goes up. The land that you own, the value doesn't go down. There's very few cases where it goes down. Maybe if like a river cuts through it all of a sudden, or it becomes swampland or something like that, then the value goes down. But our land, when we first purchased it, was 55,000 Dalasi. And 55,000 Dalasi is a pretty good amount of money here in the Gambia. You can live off of that for a long time. We purchased 4 plots. So each plot was 55,000 Dalasi. And now it's 200,000 Dalasi per plot. So, just that alone shows you the power in ownership, the power in investing in yourself. A lot of things are a risk. Everything in life is a risk. It's a risk walking outside. It's a risk buying a meal. You never know, it might have something that can hurt you. But you have to take those risks. And that's the only thing that will lead to that next level in your life.
Yeah. And, our land is nice. Like, we don't have any flooding issues. Mm-hmm. It's quiet. You have Wi-Fi connection, internet connection.
The roads are being developed right now, the
Right.
OIC, so getting there is even faster.
Right.
You know, right now to get to our land from where we stay right now is about 30 minutes, and that's public transport. If you're just driving straight there in your own vehicle, it might take you 15, 20 minutes to get there, and it's right off. It's not off the river, but walking distance. If you walk maybe about 20 minutes, you'll be right there at the river where you can fish. You know, even there's opportunities to build resorts down there and different not just resorts, but extended stays and things of that nature, guest houses and stuff like that. So there's a lot of opportunities that we're going to be utilizing in Pidong. That's where our land is.
Mhm. Yeah, it's very nice, and we're
Yes.
very happy. You can see that the land is fertile. People already have huge farms out there.
Yes. Watermelons.
So, we know that we'll be able to have our little piece of farm on the land, which is going to be, mainly raised gardens and hydroponic systems.
Mhm.
So, that can fit in a compact space and produce
Yes.
a decent amount. But we're very happy.
If you check out our shorts, in our shorts, I go through every piece of paperwork you need to be a landowner here in the Gambia. You know, I go through from the Akalo transfer paperwork to the physical planning paperwork. You know, there's about 2 or 3 other pieces of paperwork that you need as well. So I go through each detail of all the lands you need, all the paperwork you need and the procedures you go through. So, you know, we were lucky to go through a great company and they have great promotions. You know, the company name is Biamo Group. I don't know why I'm not saying the name, but the company we went through to get the land is Biamo Group, and they were really great. You know, they have great programs. When we were going, you can kind of like make your pay as you go and have your own payment amount set. It's a little bit different now because yesterday's price is not today's price, so everything changes. But they're still great. The communication's been great. Everything that we asked for, they delivered. So if you really want a great company here in the Gambia to buy land from, I would recommend Biamo Group because they're easy to get to, they're accessible, they have an office you can walk into. It's not just a Facebook ad and you hit up somebody off of Facebook and hope that it's real. But no, everything is checked. They have individuals in there that's working on the books for the money. They have a reception desk. They have individuals working on all aspects of your land purchasing experience.
Yeah, yeah, they have really worked with us. And if you've watched any of our previous videos, you know who we bought our land from because we literally shout them out like every video that we talk about our land from. Because we're just grateful. We're grateful that it's so many horror stories that we've heard personally that we've sat down and talked with people since we've been here about their land failures and how they purchased land and it was a scam.
Yeah.
And they're still fighting to this day, lawsuits and everything, trying to get that money back or just something back from the investment that they put into that land.
Yep.
And
it's a lot of individuals that purchase land and then find out that that's the second time it's being sold, or third time that it's being sold. It's a risk. Here in Africa, purchasing land is a risk. That's why a bit of it is a leap of faith, but a lot of it is research. Doing your research and actually coming on the ground. Never give your money to somebody and you're not there in person. You want to always don't do online over the phone deals. You want to be there to make the purchase, to put your money in the hand, to speak to, if you can speak to the Akalo, that's like the highest level. That's the highest level. Then it goes to the agency. If they have connections with the Akalo, then it goes to, somebody that to have connections in the agency or an Akalo. But you see how the Akalo is always in there because that's the person that can only really give the land away. They're the person that you have to have their signature for that land to be yours. So the Akalo, if you don't know, is like the chief of the village. That's what Akalo means. You have the Imam, who's the spiritual leader of the village, and the Akalo, who's the chief of the village. And these two individuals run everything that happened in the village. Even where we live right now, Bruce and Bala, it has an Akalo. Turntable, they have an Akalo. Everywhere in the Gambia, it might look like there's buildings and skyscrapers there, but there's still an Akalo. There's a village head of that area. So make sure you always get in deep contact with that Akalo.
Yeah, if you can, But if not, just make sure that anyone that you're purchasing land from, check out our tips video so you can know all of the
Yes.
pieces of paper that you need. Um, but make sure that before you make that last payment, if you're unsure about them, if they're not credible, if they haven't had previous history, before you give them that last payment, make sure that they will be able to provide you that Akalo
Yes.
paperwork.
Because everybody isn't your friend. And we have consulting services where you can consult with us. You can get, we have tip videos, but if you want to speak, if you want to talk to the horse, from the horse's mouth, then contact us. We'll help you with your land purchase. We'll help you with your transition over here to the Gambia. Any question that we can answer, we will answer it for you. So feel free to connect with us and contact us.
Right. And, we have a pretty good working relationship right now with the group. And if buying and purchasing land is something that you're interested in, but you know nothing about it and you're wanting to um, get more information, contact us and we can sit down, have that conversation with you. If you even want to, we can sit down with one of the Bioma Group representatives and you,
Yes,
and have that conversation there at the office with them, so that
everything is streamlined.
you know what's going on.
The biggest thing about anything new is not knowing, right?
Mhm.
So anytime you can speak to someone who knows, have help from someone who knows, that makes the process that much smoother. It's just like a parent, or your uncle or somebody like that. If you go to them and you don't know, you can trust them to give you information to actually help you move forward. And so if we can be the people to help you move forward in your land purchase and your transition to Africa, to the Gambia, we're happy to be that person.
My kids are being silly. Alora. Well, all right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.
Nikikucheki na zira, sio kama nimekunywa pombe, nimeokoka.